Well, an 18-year-old is now facing manslaughter charges for a crash that killed two West High School seniors. News specialist Mike Anderson spoke with the surviving victim of that crash, who says she's healed both physically and emotionally since then.
Yeah, you may remember Amy Stevenson Wilson was pregnant at the time. Her daughter was born later in the hospital. But today she is concerned about the others who were involved in the crash out here and grateful for those who saved her.
Amy Stevenson Wilson calls her daughter Grace a miracle baby.
She had some brain injury when she was delivered.
And despite concerns that Grace may not be able to speak or feed herself, she seems perfectly healthy, something she believes comes thanks to the firefighters of Station 2.
We had just a lunch with them, and it was incredibly healing and just so wonderful to be able to thank them.
Meantime, she is concerned for the families of two teens who were not so fortunate.
But I think about the families and the mothers of those involved, you know, and my heart just breaks.
She's also concerned for 18-year-old Abraham Miranda, who now faces manslaughter charges. Charging documents say he reached speeds close to 100 miles per hour before losing control.
As a family, we haven't really had any feelings of anger or towards them at all.
And as she's healed physically and emotionally, she says that lunch with Station 2 played a big role, especially being able to meet Andrew Wilcox and Evan Fitzgerald.
The two paramedics that were in charge of getting me out of the car.
She doesn't remember the crash, but says the two told her about one moment
where I really came to, and I grabbed his arm and looked him in the eye and said, please. And then I was kind of out of it again.
And while she doesn't know why she did that,
I can only imagine that I was saying please for my little Grace, you know, to make sure that she would be okay. And thankfully she is.
And despite being in critical condition after the crash, Wilson says she is nearly back to normal. And as you can see, Grace doing well as well. Back to you guys.
Yeah, thank goodness she and her baby survived this horrific crash. Mike Anderson, live for us tonight. Thank you.